Hello, and welcome to the second video in this series, the root causes of hormonal imbalance. This is a very fun topic for me because I love to just start off by saying the root cause of your hormonal imbalances is not the symptoms you experience. Let that sink in for just a minute. That fatigue that you've suddenly been hit with, that brain fog that gets you in the middle of the afternoon where you can't finish your emails or read a report, that waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning and not knowing why and not being able to get back to sleep, the peeing 3 or 4 times a night, the weird aches and pains or rashes or skin issues that pop up. These are not the root problem to fix yet. If you go Google, how do I fix my perimenopause problems? You're probably inundated with a list of foods, supplements, medical treatments, etc. that focus on here's how you boost energy, here's how you clear your skin and some topical treatments, here's how you supplement to get rid of brain fog. Let me know, am I right? And if you're here watching this, you've probably tried all of that and you're still stuck, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why your hormonal lab tests come back normal. I'm going to tell you why you are eating healthy and it's not working. I'm going to tell you why you're taking all the supplements, doing the treatments, everything, and you still feel like utter crap. Simple. You're not addressing the root problem. And that is key. When you hit the root problem, finally touch on the actual thing that's broken, suddenly your symptoms start to just dissolve. What's interesting is that a lot of women start to feel significantly better. I've had clients who have gone from can't get out of bed on day 1 to walking their dog for 30 minutes on day 13. I've had women who have been crashing so hard that brain fog hits so bad at 2 p.m. every day on day 1. And by day 5, they're emailing me and saying, oh my God, I'm awake. I feel great. I'm able to stay alert and get more work done. I've had women come back to me after a month, because you need a month sometimes to figure this out, and tell me that I had no PMS last month. My partner was jaw dropped excited because I was excited. I wanted to have sex. I didn't have a crying spell. I didn't snap at him once in the last 4 weeks. These are huge, major problems that women want to fix, but they're not the problem to focus on. I've given you a common myths about women's health guide to take a look at and read through, because there are so many myths to bust here that I just don't have the time. But one of the biggest ones I want to talk about now is that it's normal to feel like crap as a woman in her perimenopause and / menopause years. How many times have you been told this, brushed off, made to feel maybe like you're a little bit insane? I mean, this has been going on for centuries, where women's health has been brushed off. We've been called hysterical. We've been gaslighted. We've been told to just go home and sleep more, deal with it, eat less, exercise more if you want to lose weight. These are not helpful, and they're not conducive to making sure you are hitting the right problem, because there is a problem. I know it. I believe you. I've been there. It's totally real, and it's reversible, but you have to hit the root cause. So how do you uncover your root cause of hormonal imbalances? Well, today I'm going to start with the 3 main pillars of hormone balance, and you can start to think about and use your workbook to identify where maybe your root cause is stemming from. It might be within all 3 pillars, or it might just be one where you're like, oh, that seems to be where my problem is. So the 3 pillars of hormone balance are hormone production, hormone metabolism, and hormone detoxification. Hormone detoxification is the 3rd pillar, but I believe it's the most important one. So let's start there for today. Hormone detoxification is not just about liver detox. So please don't go out and throw some ridiculously restrictive juice cleanse or detox kit at your body right now. That is not what it needs. Detox kits and juice cleanses are counterproductive when it comes to improving overall detoxification, because when your detoxification system is sluggish, that means you are missing critical detoxification nutrients. And let me tell you, in the last video, I talked about 30 plus micronutrients. Your liver needs all of them. So by cutting out many critical nutrients by juicing or taking some herbal supplements detox kit that is just herbals like milk thistle, which is a good gentle detoxifier. It's just not supportive when you need it. This does you a disservice. You make the detoxification system worse. Detoxification, when it comes to hormones, includes the liver, health of the gallbladder, and I sure hope you still have one, but if not, well, we can work around that. Digestion, especially with elimination. So how well do you poop? We need one a day at least, good, solid, healthy poops in order to ensure that we are getting rid of the hormones we no longer need. Otherwise, they just sit and get reabsorbed back into the body. Your liver has to deal with them. They block the receptors for the good, fresh hormones and create hormone imbalances like hot flashes, weight gain, brain fog, mood swings, cravings, and more. And then we have hormone metabolism. This is where your hormones have circulated throughout the body and now they need to do their jobs, which is primarily connecting to their appropriate receptors on the cells. Your body's making enough of the right hormones. They're circulating as they should be, but your cells are not responding to them and won't let them connect to the receptors. Therefore, hormone function is blocked at the cellular level. And this is huge because if your hormones aren't doing their job, you're going to feel like crap in so many different areas of the body. And then we have hormone production. Hormone production, just like it sounds, how well and efficiently are your hormones being produced when you need them? Now, in the case of cortisol, we don't need cortisol to be pumping out all day, every day, 24/7. However, when we're dealing with a lot of stress, and I said in the last video, that can be physical stress, conscious stress that we're aware of, like financial stress, relationship stress, it can be emotional stress that maybe we're lonely. It can be mental stress or subconscious stress that, maybe you don't realize just how irritated you are by your coworker in the next cubicle who's chattering all day. It can be environmental stress. It can be food stress from some of the foods that we take in, both healthy and not healthy. So there's a lot that can trigger that stress response. So how do you determine what your root cause is? Well, I have given you a workbook that you can work through, as I mentioned, and that'll give you a good idea of which pillar of hormone balance you need to focus on most. This is what I do when I work with my clients. But there's a lot of factors going on when it comes to hormonal health and hormonal imbalances, and understanding the root cause means really evaluating you as an individual, unique human woman. So today I can give you something to help you understand what could be and most likely is your root cause, so that you can shift your focus away from trying to fix the symptoms individually and really hone in on what the problem is. So, for example, when I talked about this the other day, but with my acne, when I went off birth control pills, my skin just erupted, like explosion overnight. And it was head, neck, back, chest, head, face, everything. Cystic, horrible, mortifying acne. And at first I tried to fix the problem. In my mind, the problem was acne. So acne is on my skin. Logically, it makes sense that I put something on my skin to kill it off, right? So I tried the scrubs, the peels, the facials, like expensive, and it just I kept thinking that, well, maybe this cheap drugstore brand isn't right. So I'd spend more money on the high-end stuff that I would buy at the Bay or at a dermatologist's office. None of it worked. It all just made it worse. So I asked for help from someone, from a naturopathic doctor at the time. And I was skeptical. I'm like, this isn't going to work, but I'll try anything at this point because I don't want to leave my house. And she took this entirely different direction. It's like, well, I'm like, it's my hormones. I went off birth control. I need help to like clear up my skin, reproductive hormones. That was what I had going on in my head. That's what I look at. She's like, no, I'm going to fix your digestion. I'm going to support your liver. It's like, Wait, why? That makes no sense. What does that have to do with my skin? Turns out a lot. So that was the root problem. I had been inundated with birth control hormones for 15 years, that my hormone detoxification system was a nightmare. It was blocked. It was blocked hard. And when I went off of the birth control pills, suddenly my estrogen naturally, like it just, my body's natural ability to create and produce estrogen just, it blew up. And my detoxification of estrogen couldn't handle it. So this is what I mean about looking at the root cause. Then what we do about the root cause, that's slightly different for every woman, but I've given you a holistic health assessment sheet so that you can figure out maybe which body systems or which parts of your body and which nutrient gaps you're dealing with are the most important ones to look at. And you're going to look through that holistic health assessment and kind of be overwhelmed, and that's okay. But what I want you to do is just focus on 3 or 4 of the worst findings. So the higher the score, the worse the finding. Make sense? It's all described in there, but this is what I want you to do. Then I want you to just, you can continue, you can go through the guides that I'm going to give to you. I'm going to give you lots of ideas and information over the next coming weeks that you can use to then identify and use to fix your root cause based on those 2 to 3 findings, because that's what you want to work on. The higher the score, the worse the findings. Those are the 3 to 4 problems in your body that are keeping you stuck right now. And the beauty of it is focus on that for 4 weeks, come back and do the assessment again, and you'll probably see changes. There might be 3 to 4 new things to focus on, and hopefully all your scores are going down, but then you can shift your focus. And this is a key to understanding root cause hormone balance, is to make sure you're always tweaking your approach. We never want to go down, we never want to spend like 4 to 6 months following the exact same diet, the exact same exercise routine, the exact same supplement routine. Supplements should be quit after 3 to 4 months anyway, except for a couple. Omega-3s are good and multivitamins are good long-term. I like Vitex for progesterone levels. It's good long-term. But other like adaptogens, B vitamins, others, they should be quit after about 3 to 4 months and just let the body do its thing so that the supplement use doesn't impact your body's ability to use nutrients. So what might be the cause of your hormonal imbalances after all? Like we talked about, it could be poor detoxification, but why does that happen? One of the biggest reasons is poor diet. And you could be eating the healthiest diet on the planet, but if you're still eating food that can trigger inflammation, or your body doesn't really know how to use properly, or it triggers histamine intolerance, or here's the biggest problem I see, isn't balanced in a way that you're getting all the nutrients that you need. Maybe you're avoiding beans or broccoli because you're gassy, then you're going to stay stuck. And this is what we need to look at when we're talking about root cause of hormone balance. It's a collection of nutrient gaps, deficiencies, excesses, steals, and drains that mean your detoxification is suffering. You've got too much inflammation and oxidative stress, and your hormone production is off. So today, I want you to go through the common myths of women's health and see if there's anything in there that just kind of makes you think, oh, wait a minute, that's why I feel the way I do. I want you to go through the workbooks, see if you can identify which of the hormonal balance pillars you might be struggling with most, so that you can kind of narrow your focus and stay on the right track. And then the holistic health assessment sheet to help you understand what you need to focus on first.